The first strategy card in the game is Leadership, and it's also the one with the lowest initiative number, and that means that you go first during all the turns in the action phase. There are two good reasons to why you want to go first, or at least have your turn before one of your neighbors. The first one is that, let's say you want to take control of an empty system before one of your neighbors, and if you have that system, then your neighbor must commit more units and resources to take it from you. It could also be that you want to build up your defenses before one of your neighbors may attack you, or maybe you want to attack one of your neighbors before he gets to build his defenses. And the other reason is that the game ends whenever a player reaches either 10 or 14 points. So having a low initiative during the status phase means that you score points before any other player. So let's say that two players are at 9 points and they can score their 10th point in the status phase. Then the player with the lowest initiative scores first and thereby wins the game.
So what can the leadership card do for you? First of all, you gain 3 command tokens, and these are extremely useful to have. So let me elaborate a little bit on these. Whenever you get command tokens, you must place them on your command sheet, and you can choose freely between the tactical pool, the fleet supply, and the strategy pool. The ones you place up here in the tactical pool can be used to move your units around the game board, and I will explain the rules about how you do that in the video about the action phase. Then you can place command tokens in your fleet supply, and this determines how many non-fighter ships you can have in a system. So in this example here, you can have up to 4 non-fighter ships in any number of systems, but only up to 4 in a single system. And then lastly, you can place 1 or more command tokens in the strategy pool, and these are mainly used for resolving the secondary ability of all the other strategy cards except for the leadership one. So if you want to do the secondary of a strategy card one of the other players have picked, then you must pay 1 token from your strategy pool to do that. And some factions like the Federation of Sol and the Embers of Murd got a faction ability where they can spend a token from the strategy pool to place units out on the game board. And another important use of command tokens is to score public objectives. There are 2 of them, one where you spend 3 command tokens and one where you spend 6 command tokens from your tactical and or strategy pools. But remember, you have to spend them during the status phase. Those you use during the action phase does not count.
And another thing this card gives you is the option to buy more command counters. And note that this is the same for both the primary and the secondary ability. So when the other players do the secondary, they don't have to spend a command token to buy more command tokens. That would be silly. The way that you spend influence is by exhausting planet cards. So have a look at the blue number on each planet card and try to exhaust a total that is divisible by 3, because any excess influence is unfortunately lost. So let's say that you exhaust planets for a total of 9 influence, then you get to buy 3 additional command counters. And this is just one of the reasons why the Megaton Rex planet is so valuable. And the other reasons will be covered in the part about the Imperial strategy card. So pick the leadership strategy card whenever you are in need of more command tokens, or you want to have your turn before one of your opponents, or lastly, if you want to score first during the status phase. So picking the leadership strategy card in the very last game round can secure you the victory.